You had a session earlier today,
did, yeah.
yes, and you enlightened us on the needs to have that marriage between the payment platforms and then the betting community. How far it has grown over the years, how much influence that have had, and what should be in store for the future. What people should look forward to in the future in adopting all of this mobile money payments technology and all of
Well,
that.
frictionless payments are going to continue to drive, the evolution and speed of the gaming sector. The very fact that mobile money is a frictionless payment method, and as mobile money integrators, we can help support that by ensuring that we're not getting involved, we're not collecting funds on other people's behalf. They're still able to get the direct settlement of the collections and also then the withdrawals to ensure that players get access to their money at the same time as the operators know that they've got the money when a player makes a deposit. And once you have that, and you have that as a frictionless real-time method, then the speed of transactions will then support the high velocity games such as Aviator, where people are playing repetitively many times a day.
Okay, amazing. I wanted to tell us a bit about Tola Mobile and are they in the African market? How far have they come in the African market? Or what's the plan for the future of Tola in the African market?
Okay, well, we've been operating in sub-Saharan Africa since 2015. We started in Kenya, then went to Tanzania. We were part of a group then, but we became independent from May 2019 and gained full independence from that group. So we are completely independent from any gaming company, and sports betting is just one of our many different types of industries that we work with. We're now operating in 21 regions, the widest and largest coverage that is available from a mobile money integration provider. And our intention is to cover sub-Saharan Africa. There's 156 wallets or mobile money providers around. We're only currently working with 45, so I have another 100 or so to go. That's the intention, and to ensure that we can provide the best support for an operator that wants to utilize our direct settlement model and get access to their own money in real time and make it happen for their players.
Thank God you mentioned that ensuring that your users get the service that they want. But then again, what are the key challenges that you have faced so far in the industry in regards to both operators and then users?
Well, the reliability of the operators is always a problem. The mobile network operators and their services are pretty flaky at times. They have long outages without warning. They have maintenance periods where they give us very little warning, and sometimes extended. And then things, they come back off maintenance and things just don't work the same. And then they have to roll back. So that's a constant headache. The other constant headache is while we're expanding, just finding that the API documents that we get don't match what's actually been deployed. Then, when we start testing, the test platform then doesn't relate to production. So we test it, we've implemented it, we implement against the APIs, we find that the APIs are badly written and very hard to understand. Then we start testing and find what's deployed is actually completely different to the API documents. Then we brain test on the test platform, and then when we put it into production, we find the production platform is different to the test platform.
Oh, wow.
So that can be a challenge at times. That's why sometimes an integration can take several months. Sometimes it just takes weeks, and sometimes we're lucky and it can just be weeks, and it has been weeks for some lately, but other ones have been months, if not years.
Okay, so what advice would you give? What can be done to combat this challenge?
I don't think there's anything can be done, because that's down to the operators. All we can do is we can provide the best API to the operators. We maintain a very clear and concise API on tolamobile.io, which is our API site. There we have examples, code examples. We have a mock box that people can start coding even before they've spoken to us. Then when they speak to us, we give them the endpoints and we do testing without any interaction to the operator, which then means that we can ensure that they're using the API correctly. Only then, when they're using the API correctly, will we then move into production testing, which is against the limited number of MISDNs, and only when that works do we then remove the whitelist and they can operate it with any MISDN.
Thank you so much, Simon,
You're
for
welcome.
talking to us. I would have asked a question on technology, because all of this is actually largely based on the technology that we have currently and we are advancing into.
That's
What
correct.
would you say technology has done so far for the market?
Well, the very fact that, although M-Pesa started with mobile money in Kenya, it was quite regional just in Kenya, Tanzania to begin with. But it's now throughout the entire continent. And, we were the first integrator onto MTN Liberia, for instance. We were the first on MTN South Sudan. So that, and what mobile money is bringing is inclusivity to the population. It's bringing a mobile electronic payment method where there wasn't one before. So it's enabling people to really start, interacting with digital environments, digital payments, online web. At the end of the day, a betting site is just an online presence for someone. And yes, you're making a payment which results in initially a stake. But really, you're making a payment. And it's a deposit, or it's actually a collection, but it's a payment, and that will then serve as e-commerce in the future. And that's really where we're looking at long term, is when e-commerce comes to Africa, because it's going to come big.
Definitely. And we're looking forward to that. So thank you very much for having this session with us at iGaming Africa. We're looking forward to seeing you and then the team and the company in subsequent and future events. Do have a lovely evening.
Right, thank you very much. You too.